Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, episode 216. Wow, almost messed that up. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deerigan. Alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie B.
Come on, wait for it. Give me my Boy in the Block remake on Switch. I need my game. I need it. Hello everybody.
Isn't it coming?
It is, but I don't know when they're releasing it. I want my physical copy so bad, so I could just cry again.
Oh, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. Also here is our Hylian heroine, Celeste Roberts.
Good evening. It's extra spooky on my Animal Crossing island right now.
Oh, yes. Did you see people were like giving themselves blue skin and dressing up like Smurfs?
Yeah, yeah, you can make yourself blue.
Yeah, and people were dressing up like Smurfs. It was hilarious.
Someone made Silent Hill and Animal Crossing. I'm like, wow.
Yes, I saw that. It is amazing.
Also joining us in the fourth chair is Daniel Murphy. Hello, welcome back to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I've also dove back into Animal Crossing. Not as spooky yet, but I get pumpkins planted.
Nice. I have not dove back into Animal Crossing because that game is a nightmare.
Well, right now it can be a real nightmare with Halloween on the horizon.
Halloween. Celeste is way too into this Animal Crossing update.
I made a little story on Instagram with black and white of my Animal Crossing, and I had Toccata and Fugue playing in the background.
Amazing.
That really does not surprise me one bit, actually.
That's awesome.
Man. So, how's everyone doing? We were just talking that it feels like it's been a century since we recorded an episode, but it's literally only been a week.
It has felt like a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, so I been playing like with spooky games like Dead Space and playing Soma for Talk the Walk. I was thinking about when we were talking about Boss Rush Saturday, like if Resident Evil 4 the remake played like Dead Space and Controls, and I was thinking about that, and I'm just like, oh wow, I think it's a really good time for October to play like horror games or backlog horror games, because people jumped on Doom Eternal, and I'm just like, I need to play Doom Eternal also. But then I realized I'm like, I have like a couple of podcasts coming up that revolves around spooky stuff that I need to play. So it feels like it's a good time to play. I kind of want to do Zombie U also for it, because I'm like, when I seen that for Wii U, that was kind of really cool, a real cool idea of it. And even, I don't know, there's something about spooky trailers, like even Dead Island, watching that one. And it was just like, ooh, I want to play the zombie game, but it ended up being a little bit bland and stuff. But yeah, I like spooky stuff in October.
I am going to make us cleanse our palates after your and Billy's making me play Soma. That's all I'm gonna say.
You got the choice of game next month.
I get to pick. Okay, well, after playing Soma, we're gonna play Mario Teaches Typing so that I can cleanse my eyeballs. No, I played. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I played Soma on safe mode. Soma has a brilliant story. It has me thinking. I've been researching it. I'm on the Reddit forums, reading everybody's questions and trying to have things answered. But it still is very psychologically suspenseful. And after playing that, which I appreciate, Ed, Billy, and I are going to play something a lot cuter.
Because like in December, I hope we could play. It's a walking simulator / Metrovania Gree. I really want to like play that with you guys. And just let you guys experience that game and get the emotions for that, and just dive in, just be like Did you like this part? Did you like this part? You see the animation? Did you let the music like? I want to do Gris for December.
It's on my wish list.
Yes, and Daniel, of course, you're invited to play along if you haven't played Gris. I think you played Gris before, haven't you?
I haven't. I'm looking at it right now. No, this one has gotten by me. So,
Ed, did you post your blog article yet?
I will be posting it soon. There was one thing that I needed to change. And it was the like third or fourth one when I was asking the questions about different things what indies could do. I just got to put the titles to those for it. So it's just a little bit changed. You did everything right and stuff. I just got to change that part and then
I didn't know if you were like, Celeste is the worst person alive. I'm never talking to her again.
No, because I got to still talk to Laurent to see if he did the recommendation one, if he added that one, so I could get it up and everything. But yeah,
very nice.
Nice. Well, before we actually get into the show, because we have a little bit to talk about, I'm going to get into this housekeeping real quick, and we are going to remind everybody about our giveaway. So this is Nintendo Pow Block, Boss Rush Games Nintendo podcast. Every week, Celeste, Ed, and I, as well as our friends from around the internet, come together right here on twitch.tv/BossRushGamesLive to talk about the latest news, rumors, releases, and your questions in the world of Nintendo. If you can't join us live, no big deal. You can head on over to youtube.com/BossRushGames and podcast services all over the place. Remember to like, subscribe, share, rate, and review, and check out all of our content on BossRushGames.com and our family of podcasts. It's a good time. One other minor housekeeping note. The 1v1 podcast feed has now changed into our expansion pack feed because a lot of different projects are going to start popping up here and there, and really encourage people to test things out or do what they want to do, limited series, that type of thing, and it's all going to go onto the expansion pack feed. 1v1s will still pop up there, of course, as well as the Boss Rush podcast feed. So you're not losing 1v1. It's just you're going to be getting a lot more on that feed. So very, very excited for some of the more interesting things that are going to start popping up there. I actually talked to Ed on my lunch break for 20 minutes about it today.
Yeah.
It was there's a lot of interesting things going to go up there soon. I'm kind of excited.
I'm excited because I get to interview the 3 founders.
Ooh.
Who could
Not
that
me.
be?
I don't know. Some cool cats.
Not me.
Right.
Somebody left me this.
Did you just meow? I love it.
right meow.
Well, you have to show up in one of those cat suits from
Duty World. I cannot wait for that game in February. That game is so good.
I wonder why they are releasing it after the holidays. I guess I'm sure there's a logical reason, maybe crunch time or whatever, but that seems like such a great holiday gift.
Well, the rumor was that their 35th anniversary plans were pushed back 6 months. It was supposed to start in April or May with the 3D All-Stars and November, and Mario was supposed to be their big November title. And Zelda was supposed to be, I think, October, and Pikmin has been done for a while, and I think that they just kind of slotted it in October because it was done and ready. So, but yeah, everything I've seen is this whole 30th anniversary thing was pushed back 6 months.
Yeah.
So, hope that doesn't happen to Zelda, because I want my 9,000, what do you call it? Bundles of games. I want my Zelda Capcom collection. I want my Ocarina Majora collection. I want my Skyward Sword collection. I don't know. I want all the Zelda games. So hurry up, Nintendo.
You're just gonna see me have pictures of me just falling off the chair.
I want to put away my Wii U, please. So please put Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on my Switch.
Well, you finished Link's Awakening first.
No, I will.
Yes.
I know I need to. I literally haven't had any time to play anything.
That is true.
I was telling, it was either with you or Josh, Ed. Maybe it was Josh. We were talking about Destiny, and he asked me if I had done this week was a big. Sorry, not to go off on a Destiny tangent. This isn't Tower Casuals. Although, if you like Destiny, you should check out our Destiny podcast at Tower Casuals every Thursday night here live, or on podcast services Fridays. He asked me if I had done the recent interference mission, which is like the last big story beat of the season before we head into the new expansion in November. It's actually really sad. It's really just kind of heartbreaking if you're into Destiny lore. But I said, no, I haven't done it yet because we were kind of planning our show around it. But I was like, look, I don't care if you spoil it for me because it's for the listeners. It's not for me, you know? Mm-hmm. But I had told him, like, I had either been on or produced a show 26 out of the last 28 days, and this was on Thursday.
Whoa.
And yeah, so I was like, I literally just haven't had any time to play anything. So I Link's Awakening's on my list. I have a list for Switch, and I have a list for Xbox of games that I need to finish before I really do anything, right? So, and I want to finish Link's Awakening before Hyrule Warriors comes out.
How far are you in Link's Awakening?
I'm on the 3rd dungeon.
Oh, okay, because I'm on the Windfish. I'm in the last dungeon. It was one of those situations where I put it down and just haven't picked it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I finished it, and now I just need to finish Breath of the Wild.
I honestly think I'm just going to restart it, though.
It's like a 15-hour game.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to restart it. I've been waiting to play it on my TV, but I don't know if that's going to happen, so I'm just going to probably just play it in handheld mode. So, but
it's so cute.
I'm trying to get people in position to do things, so I don't always have to do things, you know. Not to sound like I'm trying to be lazy or anything. It's hard to talk about video games when you don't play video games, you know. So I'm trying to like balance some things and, you know, get people in position because like I told you guys, I'm going to need some time off next year for some things. So it's you know, I want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing before that happens, just for like a couple weeks next year. So but yeah, I have a list. That's all I can say of games that I need to finish, and that is one of them. It's actually the very first one. So,
yay!
Also, the other 2 houses in Fire Emblem are on that list.
I need to finish that game too.
Oh man, I've been playing that game so hard the last week. I don't know why. I just randomly picked it up.
Oh, I know why. Fire Emblem is awesome. That's why.
Oh, it's so good. I'm on the Blue Lions run. I was on like chapter 8, and then when I repicked it up, like the story just gets so good in the middle with the Blue Lions. I was like,
oh
my god!
You can't say nothing because that's who I'm playing as. I'm playing as the Blue House.
Once you get to that middle part, I'm like, I have to figure out what's happening with this because there's some real big, crazy changes that happen. So
yeah,
I've played the Golden Deer, I've played the Black Eagles, so this is my 3rd run. Man,
that was just that's like I still say that was a crazy year for Nintendo to go from Fire Emblem in July, Astral Chain in August.
Well,
Dragon Quest, Demon X Machina, and The Legend of Zelda in September. That was
June and July with Mario Maker and Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, and they finished up with Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, Pokemon sold a ton of copies. They had a great year.
Luigi's Mansion.
That's also on my list too.
Oh, I need to finish Luigi's Mansion too.
Me too.
I halfway through it.
I love Luigi's Mansion so much, and I just have not had any drive to play Luigi's Mansion 3. I played the first hour or so of the game, and then I don't know what happened. I just haven't had any drive to go back. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, I want to play Luigi's Mansion because Luigi's Mansion is awesome. And then I'm like scrolling through my Switch games, and by the time I'm like, man, I don't know what to play. I've been scrolling for like an hour. I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm tired.
I'm on the last part. I'm trying to unlock the part with like 4 keys to go fight King Boo. That's where I am.
I think I'm on floor 12 or 13. I got all the toads, but nobody else.
Those toads.
The squeaking toads. But
so
man, the animation is so cool in that game.
Yeah. I kind of want to do a top 10 list of Switch games with the best comedy because, like, Paper Mario,
that's
Paper
another
Mario,
one I need to finish too. Is Paper Mario. I loved what I was playing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ed. But like,
no, right. That's fine.
I loved playing. I was like, man, this is like the first Paper Mario I've been into, like probably since the original. And yeah, I don't know. I loved what I was playing, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing something else now. So I'm gonna make I think my top 10 list game this year is going to be games I enjoyed for 2 to 3 hours. That's just going to be my list of top 10.
How far in Paper Mario were you?
About 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, jeez.
So are you even at a streamer yet?
What?
Are you at a streamer?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, my goodness. So you're like in the little forest area.
Yeah, I'm in the forest is where I'm at.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't say anything. But Ed, yeah, I agree with you. Paper Mario Origami King has so many funny parts.
But man, I still think if I had to, like, my number one right now, would have to be if I'm doing Paper Mario is when Birdo is just saying he's a handsome man. He has strength and he has a mustache. And she going all lovey-dovey. I paused the game and fell out laughing. I probably got multiple screens of Mario Origami King, but still, if I had to make a list, I think that would probably be number one. Number two would be Toad driving the bus out in Luigi's Mansion.
That was amazing.
Funniest day.
That was one of the funniest moments, I think, in any of the Switch games.
This is okay, Ed. I thought of you today, and I wanted to bring it up on Pow Block because of the bus situation. An 11-year-old in Baton Rouge somehow managed to commandeer a school bus.
What?
Yes.
No way.
And he was arrested. It's
arrested.
Sad. Okay, yes, he's arrested because he was going down the highway and he crashed the school bus into a tree. Fortunately, he was not hurt.
Oh
it's one of those situations
That's
where
not a crime. That should be on the school for leaving their bus unlocked.
I don't know what I'd have
and
to
the keys in the ignition. Apparently.
I don't know how. Apparently, this poor kid has been in and out of juvie, and it's really sad. The whole situation's sad.
At 11,
obviously he needs some guidance and some help. But I couldn't help but picturing Toad driving the bus.
This very sad story about a kid, about a troubled youth, and she's thinking about Toad driving the bus in Luigi's Mansion.
I was trying to find some humor in it because I felt really bad for him because he obviously needs some good role models in his life and he needs an intervention. But I could not help but picture the opening of Luigi's Mansion 3.
Man, just seeing that, oh wow. Well, hopefully he learns his lesson and everything works out. But yes. When that animation started, I was just like, this is the game of the year for me. And I just fell out laughing.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom also had some gems, too. Good. That was a funny game.
Wow.
That everybody didn't want, but then they said the E3, they got it, and the game was just hilarious.
That's so good, too.
I need to play that one. Oh, my gosh.
I think it's a top 5 Switch game, in my opinion.
Okay, so I'd never played the one on Wii U, I believe. Wasn't there one on Wii U? Or is that a port?
Well, no, that was more Rayman's.
Raving Rabbids with Rayman.
Yeah, the rabbit.
Oh, okay.
There were a couple like, what do you call them? Like Mario Party-esque Rabid games on the Wii U.
Yeah, this one's a strategy RPG.
Yeah.
So it's like Fire Emblem with Mario characters and guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the most bizarre game, but it's amazing.
Not like bullets or anything, like lasers and magic and there's fart jokes and there's literally a rabbit in a giant toilet being flushed down a toilet and
just
look. Sometimes I need that kind of humor in my life.
It's definitely one of the best Switch games, and like, I don't know, I agree, it is probably one of the top 5 Switch games for me. And the Donkey Kong DLC is even better, I think. The Donkey Kong DLC is awesome too.
I think that's what I kind of love about Nintendo, and even when they're working with other partners, is that their games, they always make you feel good. They always something about them make you feel like you are playing a part, like playing a role in the game. But when you just need something to laugh at, or you just want to just enjoy, I feel like Nintendo just delivers that. And it's that memorable thing that will keep you for years talking about it. And this is not a knock against Microsoft, Sony, or other third parties. It's just something like Nintendo has some kind of magic that just resonates with you throughout your life.
They're really good at... I'm sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead, Celeste.
I was just going to say they're so good at capturing the innocence and fun of childhood. For all ages.
Like fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly. But they find a way to like make any game kind of attractive towards adults and kids. Like, I think in our 1v1 Celeste, we talked about how Captain Toad was like one of those games. Like, it's a cute game for kids, but if you're an adult and playing it, it's actually like really fun doing the time trials and trying to find every gem, and it's like actually a bit of a challenge.
I love that game.
So there's something for everybody in like Nintendo games, and yeah, you nailed it, Ed.
Yeah,
Captain Toad is another one. Oh, just who would think that a mini game from an already hit game would become its own hit game?
Yeah, it's good. So, speaking of hit games, we are giving away one of the Wii U's best games on the Switch, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. We are giving away a digital code for Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch. The rules are simple. Email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com a screenshot of what podcast you subscribe to us, what podcast service you subscribe to us on, and why you listen. A screenshot of your review and rating on Apple Podcasts grants you a second entry. We'll be announcing the winner during the live show on October 26th. So get your entries in. So
I would like to say that in response to our discussion about Nintendo, GeekBro27 in the chat, hello, welcome. He said, Nintendo's like the Disney of gaming.
That is very true.
Nice.
Yes.
Very true. They appeal to all humans, and they're super overprotective of their IP.
Okay, I didn't share this story when I was looking through Nintendo Life, but apparently there is an adult film star who received a cease and desist from Nintendo.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, weird.
Popular Twitch and TikTok star Poca Princess has been sued by Nintendo.
Oh, wow.
Forced to rebrand and forced to pay Nintendo some amount of money, which is crazy because a lot of people have Nintendo characters in their titles. It seems like. So
I think it was because of her industry, I would imagine, and Nintendo tries to keep that family-friendly, squeaky clean image.
Oh, well, apparently Nintendo hasn't visited any adult websites recently.
Well, I don't know why they went after her. I'm not her lawyer. I'm not a legal counsel whatsoever.
What's her Twitter handle? Let's reach out. Let's find out.
Oh wow!
We could be like the Oprah Winfrey show.
Yeah, it's just slide into her DMs and see what she's getting sued.
Would you like to share your side of the story?
Celeste, set up a 1v1. Find out.
Oh gosh, you're making me blush.
1v1 every Friday on Boss Rush Games.
Dan, you can do that 1v1. How about that?
Why did you offer me for this one?
Because I'm gonna blush the whole time.
Oh man.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Can you share some of your trade secrets?
Oh,
some of your plots?
This is what Celeste was thinking of when she brought up Boss Rush After Dark last week.
Oh my god, no! People are really going to be thinking I have an OnlyFans. I do not have one. We just
OnlyFans.com/fairycrypt.
No, oh my god!
She's taking donations after this podcast.
No, I'm not. No, it would just be me with my cats. Well, hey, there might be a market out there.
Oh, boy.
Thanks for that idea, Corey.
You're welcome. Oh, man. This is turning into Crossroads real hard right now.
Wow. Shame.
If any children are listening, ask your parents what OnlyFans.
Yeah.
In the matter of 3 minutes, we talked about Captain Toad to Celeste's OnlyFans.
I do not have. Okay, but just to clear the air, I do not have one. This is an inside joke, a big inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke in the Boss Rush chat. It's just
silliness.
Oh man, it's usually just Celeste and LaRon that get the jokes though. So
yeah, please don't DM me any lewd comments.
My DMs are open. Not that anybody uses them, but no, I'm just kidding. Please don't.
Please don't. I will cry.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this.
Food.
Yeah, let's. So I'm actually going to start Snacktendo this week because my dad's birthday was last week, so we celebrated this weekend. We watched the Browns 4-1. It's the first time since 1990. Let's see, 1994.
Oh, 1994. Magic.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was the Browns coach. The last time we were 4-1, and Friends was entering its first season. So if you want to.
Flashback.
Was that the Cowboys game?
No, this was
2 weeks ago?
The Colts. Browns Colts. Cowboys was last week. By the way, that Dak Prescott injury this weekend was pretty gross.
Yeah, that was gruesome. That bummed me out too. He was having such a good year.
I know. So.
Is it a bad injury?
Yeah. It's a compound break right above his ankle and a dislocated ankle, and he had surgery on it last night, and his recovery time is 4 to 6 months. So
so he's out for the season.
it was live on TV.
Is it gross?
Yes.
Well, it's one of those things that when you see it, you can't stop thinking about it, but when you think about it, you just kind of want to throw up somewhere.
Oh,
it's gross. I would not recommend watching the video. I wouldn't even recommend looking up pictures of it, to be honest. And it was covered by shoes and socks, so.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
So I do feel bad for him though, because I'm not like a Cowboys fan at all, but he always seems to be getting the short end of the stick on ESPN or from Jerry Jones or whatever. Like he just seems like an underdog player all the time for some reason. And like, I don't know. It sucks that he got injured, and
it's probably such a bad way too.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them. I mean, that's their career.
Yeah. Oh, did you see their left tackle's also out with a neck injury and he has to have surgery on his neck?
Oh, that's brutal.
The Cowboys are not having a good time.
Yeah.
No.
But my Browns are winning, so that's cool.
Hey, do we ever play you, Corey, this season?
No, we do not play the Saints this season, thank God, because Well, actually, I don't think the Saints are doing very good this season, but
I think they're 2-2. There's a game on tonight. Timmy's watching it in the living room.
Yeah, I'll probably turn it on if it's still on after the show because I like Drew Brees, but
I don't know what's going to happen after he retires.
They're losing 13-3 right now to the Chargers. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
still feels weird to call them the Los Angeles Chargers versus the San Diego Chargers.
I still call them San Diego. I can't get it out of my mind.
It can't get worse than the Washington football team.
Oh, they're no longer the Redskins?
Yeah, they're changing their name. Cleveland Indians are changing their name next year too.
So. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll come up with a team name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I live in DC, and people just still call them the Redskins because, like, who's going to go around saying the Washington professional football team?
Yeah. Well, it's just so weird, like listening to it on TV when we played them a couple weeks ago. They're like, the Washington football team takes. I'm like, whoa, I forgot. Whoa. Like, I really forgot. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for like changing the names and making it better for people, right? But like, it just like really threw me off.
Yeah, just come up with a backup plan. Like, yeah, don't just take away your team name and have nothing.
Really couldn't come up with anything in like the 6 months before the season started. When you started this process, you couldn't come up with one thing.
So
if it took them long to take this thing for them to change their name,
I would have been coming up with a name as fast as I could because you know how much merch that is between the time you started this process and the time the season started. People could get excited and buy all this new merch and all this new like how many times? Yeah, like how many times? It's just a W. It's just a yellow W.
They just need to get rid of that franchise. The stadium's terrible. Nobody likes them here anyway. Everybody's a transplant, so
everybody welcome to Nintendo Trash Talk.
Yeah, we've now put Crossroads, we've now put Tower Casuals, and we've now put Trash Talk into this show. But where was I going with that? Oh, the Indians are changing their name next season too. So that's going to be interesting too. I wonder what's going to happen. I think they're just going to call them the Cleveland Tribe. I think is the rumor going around because it's
not too bad.
It's not like
you mean Washington Tribe?
No, the Indians, the Cleveland Indians, the baseball team.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I thought you were talking about the.
We're talking about a different sport now, Ed. Keep up.
I didn't know you jumped to baseball.
I didn't know they jumped to baseball either.
Right.
The other rumor is the Cleveland Spiders because that's what they were before the Indians. So,
did you guys know our basketball team was before? Okay, so now they're the Pelicans. Before they were the Hornets. They used to be the Jazz. Now there's like the Utah Jazz, which when I think of Utah, I do not think of Jazz.
Yeah, well, they were in New Orleans, and then they moved the team to Utah for some reason. Mm-hmm. Probably because the owners lived there, and it was cheaper to move them out there. I don't know.
But really, when you think of Jazz, are you like, boy howdy, Salt Lake City?
I mean, what are they going to call them? The Utah Mormons with a bunch of like non-white people on their team? I don't think so.
Utah Salties or something.
Yeah, like, I don't think of Jazz. Like, now you know our baseball team used to be called. Well, it's a minor league baseball team. It used to be called the Zephyrs. They're the Baby Cakes now, and they have the most terrifying mascot you will ever see.
That's hilarious.
Baby Cakes.
The Baby Cakes. They're not even the King Cakes. The Baby Cakes.
It's all right. We're the Akron Rubber Ducks.
What the heck?
I would like that because I love rubber
Their
ducks.
logo is really cool. I have a Rubber Ducks hat somewhere.
Akron Rubber Ducks?
Yeah. Their logo is really cool. Their colors are cool too. It's like teal and orange and yellow and black. It looks really cool.
Corey, that is the coolest rubber duck I have ever seen.
I know.
In my life.
It's because Akron used to be like the rubber capital of the world because Goodyear's located here, Firestone, Bridgestone. And like this was just a really big rubber area, and yeah. So
I could make a joke, but I'm gonna keep it G.
I mean,
rated.
Keep that for your OnlyFans account, there, Celeste. You can talk about rubber all you want there. This is a family show.
That was making me laugh.
We should probably talk about Nintendo now. Food. Right. We're going back to food.
Right.
We were celebrating my dad's birthday this week. We were watching the Browns.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's it was fun. We got pizza and wings. We had some hot wings and some pizza and some birthday cupcakes, and let me tell you, I enjoy good pizza. Okay, but I also enjoy wings when they're very good. Sometimes you get wings from pizza places and they're like, you just get the wings from the pizza place because you want pizza and wings. You don't really feel like going 5 different places. But these wings, for not like a wing specialty place, were like the best wings I've had in a long time.
What flavor did you get?
We got mild barbecue. Gotta cater to like 5 different tastes. So I would have gotten hot barbecue, but it's gotta cater to people's taste. But they were good. They were like good and crispy, and like there was enough sauce on there to like taste really good, but not to be like overly messy. And like the bottom of the box had sauce in it, so you would just kind of like rub them on the bottom of the box to get the sauce on it. So it was good. It was a good time. So, yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. That sounds delicious.
It was awesome. And the pizza place by our house, there's a couple good places by our house. There's a place called Mr. G's, which is where we went on yesterday. It's they say it's authentic New York. It doesn't taste anything like New York pizza. But it's just like really big slices of pepperoni pizza, and we got a large pizza fed 5 of us, so and I had 3 pieces, so it was great. But yeah, pizza and wings, man, can never go wrong with a good pizza. I love pizza. Pizza's so good. It's like my second favorite food of all time.
I love. Okay, so everyone here, do you have a preference with crust, or you will not discriminate?
Yeah. I like a good dry crust. Like I don't like it when it's overly greasy, I like a good dry crust with like, I remember when I worked at like 20 years ago, I worked at Domino's, and like we would use cornmeal in the crust, and it would be really dry but flavorful. So it was, but like other than that, I'm not like a thin crust guy. Sorry, Ed, I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
No.
I'm not like a deep dish guy or like a thin crust guy. I know, Ed, you're close to Chicago, so you probably like deep dish pizza. But also, deep dish pizza around here is not Chicago style deep dish. It's more just like our crust is really thick. That's it.
It depends on who you go to get your deep dish, because some people like some people who do deep dish in Chicago, they'll put the sauce at the top, and then some other people, they do it like it really has all that breading and butter, and the sauce is right there like it's a normal pizza with the toppings and cheese and stuff. Because I don't like it with all that sauce on the top of it. It's just like this. Like I literally could throw a bucket of spaghetti strings, just have spaghetti with it, and I'm like, no, like, so I'm not so much of a thin crust person neither. I mean, I'll eat it, but sometimes some places that do thin crust, it tastes like communion. So if I if I taste
body of Christ,
right, and then just get some grape juice and just drink the blood and be like, no, this is
man. If those little Triscuit crackers had cheese and pepperoni on it, I might go to church more.
Right.
Hey, take some Triscuits, melt some mozzarella cheese and a pepperoni slice on.
Side tangent. I'm gonna tell this story. The last time I actually went to a church for a service. This was probably like 7 or 8 years ago. I was dating this one girl, and they were like a really big Catholic family, and like I wasn't Catholic, and her sister's fiance or husband, I don't remember at the time, wasn't Catholic either, so we weren't allowed to like take communion or anything. But we took We took crackers and Gatorade in with us. It just sat in the back and just started snacking while they were all in line. And we were just like, what are they going to do? Throw us out? Tell us we're going to hell? I don't know.
That's something that gets me, because I was raised Catholic. I'm like, how are they going to know?
Yeah.
You don't have a flashing sign that pops over your head to let the priest know that you're not Catholic. So
they
absolutely
know.
I actually had to do it at my friend's wedding. He was Catholic, and I had to do communion. So I actually did the wine and the cracker.
You can refuse it. If you can still go up and he'll bless you. You just cross your arms and he'll bless you with the sign of the cross.
I was standing up with them, so I had.
You were just like, what do I do? What do I do? It's like that Dane Cook stand up where he's holding out his hand and his tongue's like, what you gonna do, holy man? Where are you gonna put it?
Start your day the holy way with Christ checks.
Wow.
I used to watch a lot of Dane Cook 20 years ago when he was popular.
Yeah, but I kind of like Domino's, and I like Pizza Hut's like their burger. Well, sometimes I'll get it garlic, or with some butter on it. But that's the one. That's kind of bread that I like.
Nice.
And then and pan pizza, from Pizza Hut and Domino's, I like.
What about you, Dan? Do you eat any kind of crust, or you have a preference?
Yeah, I don't really discriminate. I think my favorite is the Sicilian style, though.
Yes, all that meat.
Wait,
it's delicious.
What's that? What is
this? It's like almost a square sheet. It's a little more doughy than usual pizzas. But yeah, the deep dish is good in Chicago. Luminalti's is my favorite place. But yeah, I don't really discriminate, so I'll eat it all. Except St. Louis style pizza. That one's rough.
What is it? Just like a big barbecue rib on a piece of bread, and they're like, "This is pizza."
Well, it's like
Logan's
really
gonna kill me for that
thin
one.
crust, and the sauce is sweet. Like they put sugar in it, and they use a cheese called Provel cheese, which is really popular in the St. Louis area. I've never heard of it outside of there. So
I'm looking this up right now.
Look up Emo's Pizza. IMO.
Emo?
Yeah.
Does it come with some black eyeliner? Yeah.
Right.
Every pizza is lined with My Chemical Romance CD and a suicide note.
Wow. Wow.
Some people do put sugar or grape jelly in their spaghetti sauce to sweeten it up, to counteract the acidity.
Ew, what?
It tastes delicious.
Who are these people?
Okay,
I don't believe
so I have.
I don't believe you.
I have had honey and and tomato sauce for spaghetti, but like grape jelly.
Yes, you don't put a whole lot. You don't put it to where you taste it. It counteracts the acidity and sweetens up the sauce. There are some sweet versions of spaghetti sauce.
I want my stomach to melt when I eat pizza. That's how much acid I want in my sauce. Okay, I don't need grape jelly.
I'm just sharing an alternative.
You know what else has grape jelly? A peanut butter sandwich. Okay,
which you will not eat anyway. So
You're right. I would
not.
I can't do peanut butter.
Okay, Dan. I'm on Emo's Pizza site, and they have pumpkin spice cinnamos, and I think I need them.
Those might be good, but
everything else is questionable content.
Oh God.
I'm concerned.
Their pizza is different.
So what's the questionable content?
It might be delicious. Okay, I'm not gonna knock it until I've tried it. I will try it one day. I will try anything.
Yeah, why don't we all just order an Emo's Pizza and have it delivered to our house? And
how much is this gonna cost?
Well, I'm pretty just 5 hours for St. Louis, so
yeah, that's still an expensive delivery charge.
They can mail you some frozen ones.
They do. Okay, they do have Ship a Pizza. Ship a Pizza. That's what it reminds me of. Ooh, toasted ravioli. Okay, anyway, yes, I like any kind of crust. That's my answer to that question. Are we still on Snack Tinder?
Yeah, I think so.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Have you guys ever tried cookie butter?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Okay. This is a recent discovery for me, and I've been eating it with apples. It's the best thing I've ever had.
What is cookie butter?
Does it have to be a particular kind of apple or any apple?
I'm just cutting up a red apple and putting cookie butter on it. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
So cookie butter is just like it's like peanut butter that tastes like cookies. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just amazing.
Corey, you might like it.
Mm.
Don't they? It's like speculoos or something. Is that one of the types of it?
I don't know. I got it at this store called Sprouts. I don't know if they're near any of you guys, but
I heard of it. Sprouts, but
Sprouts are Fresh Time. They have like their store brand cookie butter that's really good.
Are they like a Trader Joe's?
Yeah, I guess they're like a cross between Trader Joe's and Whole Foods.
That sounds delicious. Oh, cookie butters and apples.
Yeah, it's great.
Did you eat anything else?
With the cookie butter?
Yeah.
No, sometimes I just eat it by a spoonful.
Oh man.
I don't understand the world I live in. I'm so
lost. You don't understand the world you live in.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. What is my life? What is happening here?
Are you too old for cookie butter?
I'm too old for everything. I don't know. I walked upstairs the other day and now my knee hurts. Like it feels like my leg is falling off. So
how?
Oh wow.
Wow, I'm gonna have to edit that part particularly down, just level out Ed's audio in that instance.
If someone's driving, they're gonna crash their feet.
Yeah, no. Okay, so man, this show's so full of side tangents. The other day at work, I jumped out of the back of a truck and twisted my knee wrong, and it's hurt ever since. And now every time I go up and down stairs, I can't put any pressure on my knee whatsoever. It's hard to do anything.
I'm so sorry, Corey.
It's hard to move faster than anything over like a brisk walk hurts. So yeah, that's my life now.
Once you turn 30, you have to do a risk-reward analysis for even picking something up off the floor.
Yeah. You just look at that pen that you dropped and you're like, it's gone.
No. Insurance isn't going to cover this one.
Yeah.
That pen can stay.
I got to think about my future. That pen.
I have worked retail. I have known how to drop it low to get stuff at the bottom and get back up.
I just played with my dog for 20 minutes and I was exhausted.
Sometimes the person I work with, I just point at the ground like, pick that up, please.
No.
She just looks at me like.
For Christmas, we're gonna send you one of those little grabber things with the dinosaur head at the end of it.
I mean, my nephew has one. I could probably borrow his. That'd be awesome.
No, you need your own. With their name engraved on it.
Yeah, but that would require you guys to get me something, and then I would just have to ban you from my life forever.
Maybe that's what we want, Corey.
No, well,
that's stuff as I got, Corey. I have not been banned yet. I have been yelled at. But...
There's no mute button on Skype either, like there was on Google Hangouts when we used that.
I used to get muted like crazy. I had no apparent reason.
Oh man, good times.
We're really attracting the younger crowd with that conversation.
Yeah, we are.
Well, this is what you have to look forward to, everybody.
Yep.
Well, let me jump in with my quick.
No, I'm not done. I'm just kidding, Ed. Go ahead. Oh, by the way, speaking of Snack-Tendo, I ordered, because I don't drink coffee. I hate coffee. I can't drink hot beverages. So I ordered energy drinks off of Amazon like I do every 10 or so days. And they sent this really strange large bottles of water, 12 bottles of these water instead of my energy drink. So I'm like, what are you doing? What is this garbage?
This is the opposite of what you
we sell core. We sell core.
It's like $20 for a 12 pack. I'm like, what are you doing? That's so expensive for water.
Yeah.
Does it taste different from Dasani and Aquafina?
It does taste pretty good, but it's not. It's not the point.
It's something with the chemicals that purifies it.
Let's see. It says perfectly balanced pH purified water, enhanced with electrolytes and minerals for taste. So there's poison in here, and it tastes delicious. It's still not worth $20 for 12 of them.
Well, everybody, this is, I know you guys can't see it, but
lift it up higher. Lift it up higher.
I haven't eaten it. I'm not going to have it.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah, Ed, what are you doing?
I'm still going to eat it. No problem. So this is my slow cooked Sloppy Joe, and it's really, really good. It came out just perfect. I thank you, Greg, for the recipe. I really did enjoy it. I still got a lot that I'm probably going to just max the whole 8 buns with. They really taste good with the King Hawaiian bread. They go perfect. Like you cannot use no other bread. You got to use the King Hawaiian bread. If you feel like you can't do that and you want to use regular bread, go ahead and do that. But the King Hawaiian gives it a good taste. Last but not least, I have picked up this Twisted Lime Doritos. This is one of their new kind of small bags, and when you eat it, you do taste the lime, and the aftertaste, the spiciness kicks in, so it gets really hot. So it's a really good blend for that. You probably could do this with some Tostitos dip, like the restaurant dip and stuff. And you still get more of a kick with it. It's really, really good. I don't see you using cheese sauce for this one. I think you got to use like a salsa dip for it. So it's really, really good. I did do some Taco Bell because right now they got, if you get a large drink or a medium-sized drink, you can register the code to get a Series X. And unfortunately, I haven't got anything yet, but I'll see what I can get. And I know Burger King is about to do. Yeah, I know Burger King's going to do one with PlayStation 5, so I'll see how that goes with it.
Ed's basically saying he's going to put on the Halloween 15. Am I right?
Well, you got to bulk up for winter, right?
That's fair.
It's cold in Chicago.
It is, but I got to get it to a gym also because I'm small.
Yeah, look, when I had a kid, the gym just kind of went out the window, and you just kind of have to, like, suck it up. And
your kid became the gym.
Although my parents do have an elliptical at their house, and I keep saying, like, they're like in their 60s. They're not using that thing. I'm like, I'd take it home and put it in my office and stare at it while I'm eating this bag of chips and watching something on my computer.
Right. I'd be like, Corey, how was your workout? I didn't do it. They're like, wait, what?
We ordered a Peloton in July, and it's back ordered all the way to December.
Gross.
Is that bike?
Yeah.
That's quite a back order.
Yeah, and we're making payments on it too.
And you don't have it yet.
Yeah, so
free money, I guess.
Disappointing.
I know. So I'll let you know how that goes in December.
At least you'll have an incentive when it's cold.
Yeah, at least it's coming at the right time.
Dance Legs is gonna be like just popping with muscle. Be like, yeah.
I want you on my side in a bar fight. Not that I get into bar fights.
I bet you do.
I bet you do. All the time.
Celeste has this huge secret life outside of Nintendo Pow Block, guys.
What do you mean Mario's better than Zelda? Then Celeste starts throwing chairs.
What is it? Catch these hams?
Yeah.
Zelda is a girl.
Wow. Wasn't it an SNL sketch where someone showed Link and they kept calling her Zelda?
I don't remember.
Probably.
I don't know. SNL just did a really funny Tony Hawk one though, by the way, last weekend.
Nice. Celeste, what's been your snack, Nintendo?
On Saturday, we went to the next town over, and there's a side of that town with all kind of locally owned Mexican groceries, restaurants, and dessert places. So we went, and I had this it's like a little slushy snowball. Have you guys ever had Italian ice, those little Italian ice cups from the grocery store? It was that consistency, but fresher. I had the lemon lime flavor, and my boyfriend had the strawberry flavor. It was so good. And we're going to go back because we were reading their menu, and they have, please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, but it's the Mexican street corn. Is it elote or elote?
Elote.
I would assume elote.
I'm a white person from the middle of Ohio. Okay, I don't know anything about Spanish.
Okay. Well, oh my gosh, we were reading the menu, and they have, what are those?
That was quite a long pause. Cheetos. I'm really worried now.
They have Cheetos covered in cheese. They have tortillas covered in pork rinds. Like, they have everything that your doctor does not want you to eat. So we want to go back and gradually try the different things on that menu. But on Friday, the dork that I am, I love oatmeal. Yes, come at me. I'm old.
I love oatmeal too.
Good. So I was looking at the back of the oatmeal canister, and they had a recipe for chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. And on Friday, I made chocolate chip oatmeal cookies.
Nice.
And they were very good.
What kind of chocolate chips did you use? Like Nestle?
Oh, I get this. I get the off-brand because I'm cheap. I get the store brand, but I like semi-sweet. I like dark chocolate more than milk chocolate too. And then I also made homemade cinnamon rolls with buttermilk, and so you don't have to have yeast. You can use buttermilk instead, and they rise. And they're so much fun to make because you get to roll them, and you make the frosting from scratch, and they were delicious.
Awesome. I usually take my blacktail to Cinnabon and be like, "Can I get 2 boxes of Cinnabon and extra sauce?"
Well, I will send you the recipe, Ed, and you can make them and have a whole bunch anytime you want.
You can keep the recipe. You can keep the recipe. Cinnabon is only about 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah, it's a little bit of work. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of work. You got to flour up your counter and roll out the dough, and
yeah. I could pay employees, help them.
Well, I have a recipe if you're ever like, I feel like being Betty Crocker today.
Wow.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with Cinnabon is I order like 6 and I eat them all. And then I feel like
not the bites, like the
That's not a problem. That's realistic.
No, I've never actually eaten 6, but I'll order 2 and eat them both, and I feel awful. They're so good.
I know. You got a gym membership, Dan.
Oh, that's funny. Man, cinnamon. Now I just want a cinnamon bun.
That must be so good. I used to eat just the frosting by itself after eating this.
It's so good. It's so good. So, anybody else have any other snacks they want to, throw out there and make me even more hungry as I'm, frothing at the mouth to eat something delicious and not healthy?
No, not at this time. I'm still waiting for new snacks to come, like the Christmas stuff. I'm waiting for the Christmas snacks to come.
All right, well, I guess we should probably talk about Nintendo on this podcast since it is a Nintendo podcast. At least that's what the logo says. There's a little bit of sad news, I would say, coming out of Level 5, which is the developer of games like Ni no Kuni and Professor Layton, Yokai Watch, games like that. They are laying off their North American operations and basically not having any games outside of Japan, due to the lack of interest in the continuation of Yokai Watch. Snack World, the dungeon crawl didn't really, blow anybody's minds. Professor Layton really hasn't been around in a while. I know Cottrell came out last year, Ed, to lukewarm reviews. Level 5 is kind of, I don't want to say they're in trouble, but this is not great for fans of their games. Ni no Kuni is like one of the best JRPGs of the last generation. So I bought it for $15 on Switch. It was awesome. But Ed, I know that you're a huge Level 5 fan.
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
So I take this with a grain of salt for right now because it hasn't been confirmed from Level 5, and it's really just saying that if it does happen, we're not going to get they're not going to be operating. But like Nintendo kind of works with Level 5, so if we get any games, Nintendo would do the publishing and Level 5 would do the development. It is going to be sad that other systems won't be able to get their games if they decide to do stuff on their own. And it was kind of weird seeing that people were like, they really felt bad for it, but I don't think when we talk about RPGs and even just Level 5 in general, not many people say a lot about their games. So it is kind of like, if it does happen, it is kind of sad that this is happening because Level 5 is a great company and they really make some very JRPG games and stuff that are just really fun to play and like people really love. I think a lot of people just don't they didn't give them a fair chance or a fair try when it comes to role-playing games and things like that. So if they do start operating out of America, I think people are, first of all, going to be buying a lot of their games that's physical because it becomes a collector's item. And then after that, we'll see if this stuff stays on like the eShops or the PSN, because excuse me, sorry about that, everybody. Level 5 really don't have nothing on Microsoft's platform at this time. We'll see what happens after that. To me, I would be sad if it happens, but we'll see what happens in the future at this time. And once Level 5 confirms it, then because I think were they doing Yokai Watch?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so I think Nintendo is publishing that one, so I think we're still going to get that game from them. And I think if anything that Level 5 does to get to America, if, like I said, Nintendo will have to do it because I don't think Sony's going to really publish them or anything.
Yeah. I thought Yokai Watch was popular.
It is popular in Japan, but then Pokemon came back and kind of took over with it.
Pokemon is a unstoppable force, it seems like. So
yeah, and a lot of people here in America didn't get Yokai Watch because they didn't know when the anime was showing, so it didn't really do that well. Where Pokemon, where you can find the anime and things like that. So, Level 5. Yeah. But the good thing is that they're not officially closing. No. Like, they're not shutting down as a company. They're just not operating games here in America. Mm-hmm. I think they should still do it and just make it digital. I think people will still buy their games, and they wouldn't have to worry about physical costs and everything.
Yeah. What do you guys think about this? I mean, it's always sad when a company seems to be in trouble, especially one as talented as Level 5.
Is this due to COVID at all, or just?
I just think a lot of their games are just kind of niche, and when your niche games don't hit the way you expect, then it's kind of a bummer.
Their sales pretty
I thought Professor Layton was popular on DS. Like, why don't we just pump out a good one for Switch and
Well, I thought they were popular on mobile too. Like you can get Professor Layton on your iPad and play it.
You can. Yeah. You can. So at a time when that was happening, Professor Layton was popular on the DS and 3DS. And when they went to mobile, nobody really paid attention to it. And then when they did kind of like Ni no Kuni and stuff like that, it really hurt them because it was on this like PS3 and PS4. They were on these big platforms, but people just ignored them. Like if Professor Layton or Ni no Kuni would have came from Square Enix, they probably would have had a better chance because of the company name. A lot of people don't give Level 5 a chance as a company.
Well, it's sad. I hope they find their footing. I hope they come back around. I feel bad when companies like this seem to be in trouble. So, but some good news, there are 24 track themes available for Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Hopefully everybody has a living room big enough for this thing. For those who don't know, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is the kind of remote control Mario Kart thing that you play with your Switch with real cars and real karts, and it's like an augmented reality thing. You set up like these little sensors, I guess, that look like flags or whatever around your house, and then it kind of creates a track for you. So it's cool. Did you guys watch this video at all?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was reading about it, and this looks like a really cool gift for the holidays.
Yeah, there's like a ghost house one that looks really neat. There's you think about the kind of simpler Mario Kart tracks, but still have a lot of character to them. They're here. They're all here. Items are here. It seems like it looks cool. It looks really neat.
It does look cool. I think there's about 12 cups in it as well to race on. So
yeah,
I probably won't get it myself, but it really looks awesome.
Well, I have a kid, so that's an excuse for me to get it.
Yeah, I don't have no room to play it, so I'm not going to get it.
Yeah, I just want the carts to sit on my desk, to be honest with you.
Collector's items.
Like, it's weird, though, because like you can have up to, I think they said up to 4 players on one thing, but they only have 2 characters available at launch, which is Mario and Luigi. Like, where are the other characters? Like, you would have at least thought there would be, like, Peach and Toad or Donkey Kong or something.
They probably have them, but they just probably, like, digital versions of them, but not the actual toy.
Well, that's boring. So, but this looks cool. I wonder if they'll just add more characters later down the line. Every time they release, like, new tracks, they come, like, if you buy this cart, you get this many new tracks for the game. Maybe.
I mean, I'm enough as a sucker to just buy the carts as collector items anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, I am too.
I would like them to come out with a bunch of different characters.
Yeah. So that's happening. Looks cool. I hope somebody gets it and lets us know how they like it, because so one other thing that we can kind of hit on tonight, FIFA 21 on Switch is literally the same exact game as last year with an updated roster. And I don't know if you saw some of the memes floating around this week about FIFA 21. IGN literally copied and pasted their review from last year because they said that that's what FIFA did from last year's game to this year's game. Except they gave it a lower score, which is hilarious.
And then Nintendo Life gave it a 2 also today.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because, like, Ed, you were here when I got FIFA 18 for Switch.
Yes.
And I bought FIFA 20 last year when it was $14.99. It's actually, like, a really solid soccer game if you want one on the Switch. Like, it's really fun and it's really good. It looks great. It plays great. It has all your FIFA modes in there, whatever. But, like, I mean, to be fair, they haven't really changed much of their sports games in the last few years anyway across all platforms. But it does seem that FIFA sales are dropping. FIFA 21 goes straight to number 1 across the board, but only 2% of the game's sales are on the Switch, which is, man, if you guys were hoping for Madden or NHL on the Switch, this doesn't look good.
Well, this is one of the problems because they cut a lot of the features and stuff out of the Switch game.
They do.
They do. And we know that with UK being kind of big into soccer, they're going to play the best versions on pretty much, I think, PlayStation, because PlayStation kind of rules the UK at this time. I think the bad thing about all of this is that when I was reading the Nintendo Life thing, they were just like, when the first FIFA came out, it was almost an upgraded version of FIFA 17 for 360 and PS3. And they were just talking about they've been making the same game, barely did any changes for the last 5 years since that game came out. So I think right now, to me personally, that's what FIFA 21 for Switch deserve. Like when a company is that lazy and people call you out for it and you don't get the sales, then EA can't come out and say that, no one's buying these games on the Switch. I'm like, you're not putting no effort into the Switch game. Like, you have a custom system to make this game. In fact, don't even put FIFA on it. Make it a arcadey kind of style, like like they used to do with their NBA ones.
NBA Jam.
No, not Jam. The other one.
NBA Street. FIFA Street.
Yeah. Like, do that for Switch. A lot of people will buy that if you put in the effort. And people feel like there's something about EA still not want to really put anything on Nintendo. Even though they said they are.
It's because the developing for one system instead of a wide swath of systems costs them more money. And they don't want to spend the money to pay a port house to port it down, or pay a separate team to develop the game for one system that isn't up to spec with the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, or coming up on next gen.
I could see part of that, but I think they're more focused on microtransactions than they are.
Well, FIFA Ultimate Team is in FIFA 20 and 21.
So. Yeah, so like most of those games now have the microtransactions in them. If you play Madden Ultimate Team or those FIFA games, there's never really been a big market for sports games on Switch. So with like what Corey was saying, having the graphics a little bit lower, you have to develop differently, and they just put their better product on the machines that can handle the graphics, because when you're playing a sports game, the graphics kind of do matter.
But
you know what I mean?
But then you still have online issues for the other systems. So when reviews have been coming out for a lot of EA sports games, it has been like maybe a 6 or a 7. Like, their whole quality for the sports games has been downhill.
Their sports titles haven't been great the last, I would go so far as to say, like, the last decade. I think 2K has kind of taken over that role, and MLB The Show and that kind of thing. I just really feel like EA is kind of, I don't want to say stuck, but when you only have 8 months to develop a game, right? Don't get me wrong. I think the hardest job in the game industry is developing a sports game, because you only have 8 months to develop a game. You need to have it ready a month before it comes out for cert. You have to have 2 months of to have updates and making sure the game's running well, and then you have your separate live team then you move your main team over to the next game. Like, that's just such a hard thing, and you can only pick 1 or 2 things to update every year because of that short development cycle. I
think that's why I think that's why. Oh, sorry, Corey.
I was just going to say, you add an underpowered system to that lineup, like PS4, Xbox One, PC, essentially have the same architecture. You're really only developing it's like 1A, 1B, and 1C, right? Mm-hmm. Essentially. And then you have the Switch, which has basically a mobile chipset in it. And it's just an entirely different device. So,
but everybody is screaming that you have that time to try to get a new game out, but people just be like, just give us an update roster, like in Japan for Konami they did PES, which is their soccer game, and they didn't bring out a new game. They gave everybody a roster upgraded roster for like $40 for that new version. And people, this is what people want, to be like, you can take the time to actually make a new game. Take your time and let that be 2 or 3 years and just give us an update roster, because a lot of people feel like that's what they're doing not for Switch, but that's what they're doing for the other consoles.
I would be on board with that. I mean, I'm burnt out so I use my PlayStation 4 as my like sports gaming system that I play with my friends online and stuff. But it's like I'm get burnt out from buying 2K every year, and it's the same thing over and over. You know what I mean? Like, if what they were doing, what Ed was saying, that would just make me so much happier to like actually just continue to play the game, and they can update the rosters, they can update the game and make it a good product. Because I mean, 2K is a good example of a game that's always rushed out, and there's always stuff broken in that game, that people are just like banging their head against the wall for the first 3 weeks. So yeah, I'm with you, Ed. I wish they would do something like that.
I mean, honestly, like, I subscribe to EA Play, which is, their Game Pass equivalent. And now on Xbox, it's going to be in Game Pass Ultimate. So, but I just, honestly, if I want to play Madden, like, I'll just wait till it comes out on EA Access or EA Play, which is like, this year it's coming on November 10th. So it's 3 months after the game releases. It's already free on that service. So I don't know. It's been so long since I purchased a sports game, because they have had a poor track record in the last few years. Like, I used to buy Madden religiously every year. Mm-hmm. I would buy Madden religiously every year. I'd buy NBA Live every year religiously. I'd buy FIFA like once every 2 or 3 years. Like, I would buy sports games like that, but their quality, aside from FIFA's quality, like, the quality's just gone downhill. Like, FIFA has never dipped in quality. It's just the surrounding things about it. And now, like, the legacy editions, what they're calling the Switch version, is just kind of like, I don't know. I think the Switch is such a perfect device for people who want to play like very specific modes, right? Like, I think a franchise mode would be perfect for Switch, especially for something like Madden. I've been wanting Madden on the Switch because I would love to play just a franchise mode in handheld mode while I'm watching TV. It's just you don't have to think very hard. You don't have to pay attention to like story or music or, battle systems or anything. You're just playing the game, right? And I don't know. It bums me out that EA, even a company like Activision is giving Switch some games, right? Like the Crash stuff and, the rumored Tony Hawk port coming at the beginning of the year, and Spyro and Crash Team Racing, like even Activision's. What would you do, Celeste? What happened?
Oh gosh, something startled me.
Oh.
I was trying to look up some stuff, and I hate it whenever ads start popping up and playing.
When you're looking at your OnlyFans account, Celeste, you need to open an incognito window.
Wow. I was waiting for that to come.
People are really going to think I have one, Corey.
Oh, she doesn't have one, guys. That I know of.
Please do not try to look me up on there, because you'll be sorely disappointed or relieved. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. Just the way that EA has kind of been treating the Switch as like kind of one of the only companies that hasn't given, like, we talk about Bethesda, right? They've been treating the Switch very well for most games. Like Skyrim was the first game that they put there. Doom and Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein 2 and Youngblood are all on there. And granted, not the best versions of those games, but they're there and they function as intended, right? So,
all I can say is pay your $20, go into your Nintendo Online. You got Tecmo Bowl, tennis, soccer, and sight bite. Ice hockey. Like, you got some sports games, even though they're like real old school, they work better than FIFA 21, and that's a shame.
Well, they just came out with the PGA Tour Live for Switch, and the reviews came back pretty bad on that one.
Yeah, but the reviews were bad across the board, I think, though.
Oh, really? Even on the other systems?
Yeah, because I was looking to see like what it would look like on Xbox versus the Switch, and I was like, I kind of want a golf game because playing golf video games is pretty relaxing, even though real golf is like pretty infuriating.
Mario Golf 64, y'all.
Yeah, where's my Mario Golf?
That was a great game.
Yeah,
Golf Story.
Golf Story is one of the best.
Ready for Sports Story. That's gonna be so good next year.
I'm so excited for Sports Story.
But I was like, because I thought, man, golf would be great on the Switch, but like, it didn't get it. The Switch version got reviewed the worst, but not by much. It was like a half a point to a point across the board, worse than the rest. So.
Oh wow, that's too bad. I loved the Tiger Woods games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I missed Tiger Woods a lot. Not the human, the game. So, I don't know. I wish there were more sports games on Switch that cared, because like I buy 2K on Switch, right? Like 2K on the NBA 2K on Switch is great. Mm-hmm. It's a great version of that game.
That's it. I still miss the THQ wrestling game. So,
although downloading the updates for NBA 2K on Switch is atrocious.
How long does it take?
Oh, a while. It takes like hours. Like, I will have to update it before I go to work and be lucky if it's done when I get home.
Wow.
And I did
not expect that.
I have great internet too. I have fiber, gigabit fiber internet, and it's just not. So, all right, we're gonna end the news because there's not much left to talk about. We're gonna end the show with a little bit of what we've been playing. Ed, I'm gonna start with you. What are you playing? Anything interesting, fun, exciting, dumb, bad?
Yes. So I've been playing Hades, getting the run and that, like really, really enjoying that. I just unlocked the punching gloves one, but I think I still like the spear. I think that's still my weapon of choice to go through that game. Because it's very weird. Hades is my 3D DMC Devil May Cry. It's my stylized action game that I'm loving. I'll be like, I'll go for one more run. Let me do it again. And it's a good. Me and LaRon was talking about it. It's a good way to, like, when you're about to go to bed, you play it, you get it in, and then you be like, you still feel like you made progress on it. I did pre-purchase Foregone, so I'll be talking about that more on Boss Rush Saturday. Playing more Breath of the Wild. I actually had to strip down in my clothes because I'm at Robbie's house and I got to get the blue flame. Well, it decided to rain and I had all the metal on, and when you have that Nintendo, like I said, Breath of the Wild is a science experiment. Because, like, the stuff you can do with physics, the stuff that be like, okay, lightning, metal, shock, death. Okay, let me take the stuff off. Let me make sure, and it's so cool that even throughout the years that this game been out, people are still finding stuff in this game that they could do.
Yeah, the entire world's alive. I mean, you light a fire in the grass and pull out your parasail and you're up in the air.
Exactly, yes. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I started it, but I got to play more of it.
Awesome.
I've been happy that I got a chance to literally play that. Let's see. Super Mario Brothers 35. I got 10th place. So I am making progress, even though I'm warping a lot. But I am enjoying that game. And then 9 Parchment. Parchments is what I've been also playing. I did buy Corey Curse of the Moon too, but I haven't started yet. So I'm excited to play that. I think there's some other games that come out this week that I think I'll be picking up Thursday or Friday. And for some reason, I think we may get another mini partner this month. I think I've been liking them doing that every month, like a good 10, 13 minutes Nintendo Direct. I think we still got some stuff still coming to Switch that we still don't know about. And those mini partner directs have been good because I hope Disco Elysium comes to Switch. I want to play that game. I heard it got great reviews last year. And so it needs to come to Switch. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been
Didn't
playing.
They already announce it for Switch? I think they already did announce it.
They probably did, but I haven't seen no more information from it or anything.
Celeste, what are you playing?
I've been playing Animal Crossing because I have to buy candy every day in preparation for Halloween on my island, and I've decorated. And I've been decorating my island with different pumpkin things and giving all of my neighbors jack-o'-lanterns. And I also downloaded this game Wanderlust, which is basically a novel. It's really cool, but you can choose.
Tell me about it. I want to know about this. I've seen it on Switch, and I don't know if I should pick it up.
It was in the indie showcase, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Was it? It's really like a book. There's no action.
That's the Wonder, the Square platforming one that you're thinking of. It has a similar name. I think it's called like Wonder.
I was thinking it was like a management game or something like Animal Crossing.
No, its full name is Wanderlust Travel Stories. It's strictly like a novel, and I like to play it right before I go to sleep. And right now, I'm on this part where the character is traveling to Antarctica, and you get to pick their reactions to different things. It's really like reading a book, except you get to pick the next plot points, and they have pictures on the side, and they have some relaxing music. It's really cool. It's very relaxing. And I also downloaded Where the Bees Make Honey, because that is part of Whitethorn Games' suite of games, and it's originally $10. It's on sale for 99 cents right now.
I'm in the eShop, and I'm about to look for it.
The game you're thinking of is Balan Wonderworld.
Okay.
Sorry for the confusion. It's a text-based adventure is what this is called. It's cool. It's interesting. I've never played something like this, so I've been enjoying that. Oh, and for Talk the Walk, in case you missed it at the beginning, I don't know if that was part of the show or just our banter before the show. I just completed Soma on safe mode.
Yes.
I have so many questions, but I love it. I love it.
I'm sure Billy has dissected that game 1,000 ways by now to give you all the answers.
He's been asking me, "Did you finish it yet? Did you finish it yet? Did you finish it yet?" Finally, I told him I finished it, and I was like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about this?" And I'm like, I better hold this all in before I have a talk the walk without actually recording anything.
Man. Dan, what are you playing?
I've gone over my Animal Crossing hangover just a bit and started playing the new update. My girlfriend's super into Animal Crossing. Like, she's continued to play it, so it's kind of fun to see what she did with the island.
And your dog likes it too.
Yeah, my dog sits there and watches the TV while we play. It's kind of funny. So I've played that a bit. I've been really into Fire Emblem Three Houses again. I'm doing the Blue Lions run, and we were talking about this beforehand, but Dimitri's storyline has really got me like hooked back into this game, and I just haven't stopped playing it. It's been great. And I've also played the Pikmin demo that came out on what was it, Friday?
I think it came out Thursday.
I never played a Pikmin game before, so this seemed it seemed cool. I didn't know what to expect going into it. I didn't really watch the Treehouse for the Pikmin game. I watched it for Age of Calamity. But Yeah, I think I'll be picking up Pikmin. It was cute. It was fun, and it was definitely like made you think a little bit. So
yeah,
those are my games.
Pikmin is one of my favorite Nintendo series, and there's not enough of it.
Celeste, I got the Wonderland game.
Of course he did.
Well, I have enough Nintendo coins. Thank you for the coins, Nintendo.
Is that all you've been playing, Dan?
Yeah, that's about it. A little bit of Smash here and there.
Oh, are you playing as Minecraft Steve?
I don't think.
Is he not out yet? I don't know.
I think he comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like one of those, and he's available right now type things, you know.
He seems like a really cool character, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Gosh, those programmers were probably like sweating making this game because they had to reprogram every single level.
Every single level. But that also explains why we didn't see anything for 10 months.
Yeah. So you got Min Min, who basically just, you know, has stretchy arm Little Mac, and then you have Minecraft Steve, which basically breaks the game. Literally. So, I mean, mine's kind of boring. I've just been playing Tetris and Box Boy and Box Girl. I've kind of gotten back into that. If you don't know what Box Boy is, it's basically this. It's just like a black and white squares game where you have to use squares to solve puzzles and traverse through a level. And it sounds boring, but it's really, I think it's one of there was 3 of them on 3DS, and they were all $5 a piece. And this one, the one for Switch, is $20, but I think there's over 300 levels in this one, and it's just a really relaxing game. It's not, I mean, it's challenging, but not in a way where you like get frustrated, you know. It's very calming, and just kind of, I'll play 1 or 2 stages here and there, and turn off my Switch. I'll play for like a half hour and be like, you know what, I've had my fill. You know, I'll play another couple levels tomorrow night. But definitely, if you haven't picked up Box Boy and Box Girl, it's definitely something you should check out at least. So but that's kind of it. It's kind of boring. So I think that's gonna do it. Is there anything else anybody wants to hit on before we get out of here? Okay, cool, neat. Yeah, so this has been Nintendo Pow Block. I want to thank everybody for listening and or watching. Remember, you can catch us live on Monday nights on twitch.tv/BossRushGamesLive, Live, or on Wednesdays on your podcast service of choice and YouTube, as well as our website at bossrushgames.com. Check out our family of shows, Arsenal X, our Xbox show, Crossroads, our PlayStation podcast, Tower Casuals, our Destiny podcasts, and of course the newly rebranded expansion pack feed where our 1v1s live, our book clubs live, our Walk the Talk, and of course many more upcoming projects that I'm excited to share with you guys at a later date, we'll say. So, Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You can also find my Switch code up there. And check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast apps.
Nice. Celeste?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Fairy Crypt, and also with another Zelda podcast. So if you like Zelda, check it out.
Nice. Dan, where can we find you?
Find me on Twitter at DCDM99.
You can find me at IamCorianHD on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on a plethora of things here on Boss Rush Games. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.